From the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Lacey Swope.
All right, today we are seeing much milder conditions. Temperatures are in the 60s ahead of the cold front as it approaches near record warm lows early this morning, thanks to all the cloud cover and all of that Oklahoma wind. That south breeze has been blowing. That's your Chickasha cam, top left corner of your screen, part of the Lucky Star Sky Cam network. And look at Old Glory whipping around 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts, mostly cloudy. And let's take a look down on satellite imagery from space. You can see a few breaks in the clouds now in the northwest. Still showers ongoing in far southwestern Oklahoma, and the clearing line is about to approach the Red River. As this system approaches, we will clear out, especially down in southern Oklahoma, and that's where we'll be much warmer today and more unstable. In Oklahoma City, we'll likely stay cloudy. We'll have some showers around and then thunderstorm chances. Some of these storms could become severe in central Oklahoma between about noon today and taking you through about 2-3 o'clock this afternoon. Stronger, higher threat for severe weather is down to the south, where it is a moderate threat. We'll talk much more about those storms later in just a minute. Here comes the cold front making its way into the northwest. Showers developing ahead of it. We'll have to see what the rain that's out there right now does for us. I will tell you, sometimes when you get rain in the morning, it can limit the severe threat later in the day. However, this is moving so very quickly. I think in just a few hours it's out of here, and we will start to warm it back up down to the south and southwest. Across the metro, zooming in on Next Gen Live, a couple sprinkles near Piedmont and Richland, showers near Union City, also up the Turner Turnpike from Kearney to Stroud. Dry now to the north. It's all about what's coming in from the west. It's raining all the way back to the Texas Panhandle, and it's some moderate rain from Clinton to Carnegie to Apache. It's moving very quickly at about 60 miles per hour. Leading edge, if it holds together, arriving here in Oklahoma City. Coming up here in the next, let's say 20 minutes or so, we'll see the front leading edge continues to evaporate away. There's still some dry air in place here in the metro. Our humidity has come up now to 81%, but still too dry for rain. For now, 61 degrees is the current temp, lower mid 60s. There's the front, winds ahead of it 25, 30 miles per hour. Behind it 30, we've had some gusts to 40 miles per hour out of the north, and that is dropping temps like a rock as this thing continues to press down towards the south. So your hour by hour forecast today into the 60s by lunchtime, that's our high, and then temperatures drop by 3 p.m., 40s and 50s across the metro. 30s in the northwest, with rain changing over to a little snow mix, but warm and very unstable down to the south, and that's where those storms will start to really get their act together the way it looks. A lot going on water vapor imagery. It's kind of coming out in two parts the way this wave is. Northern branch of the jet stream, southern branch of the jet stream, and what will happen is this continues to race to the east. The energy overhead will fire those thunderstorms, and on the backside cold enough to get some snow mixing in. So here's future radar coming up by about 2 o'clock this afternoon. This can still shift some, but that's when storms are really starting to get going initially. Some nickel dime quarter size hail, some gusty winds, and a very low tornado threat. Snow in northwestern Oklahoma, if you believe this data set, and right now it's got a pretty good handle on what's going on. Numerous storms taking off down to the south, basically running from Lawton to Duncan down to Pauls Valley and Shawnee, and each of these storms could be severe. The higher instability is going to be down around the Red River and off to the southeast, and these storms by 6 o'clock really winding down here in our viewing area. Still ongoing in the southeast. We'll still be tracking them. Meanwhile, we will have trackers in snow. They'll be chasing snow in the northwest at the same time. That's future Next Gen. Let me show you the chances. It's an 80% chance of rain in Oklahoma City, much higher down to the south and east. And talking the hail zone, what to expect today. Now, this is maximum up to quarters in Oklahoma City. Some golf balls for the zone in orange, and in the red, tennis ball size hail. The instability is high enough for that. Not everyone in this zone, of course, would get tennis balls, but it's not out of the question. Some of these stronger updrafts could sustain that type of hail. Winds 60, 70 miles per hour. One of the primary threats with these would be damaging winds. Also down to the south, 70, 75 mile an hour winds possible. And there's the low tornado risk. Some of the latest data this morning continuing to bring this back to the west a little bit. So south of Chickasha, down to Lawton, down to Temple, Pauls Valley, Ardmore, Sulphur. It's a low risk all the way over to Broken Bow. As far as snow goes, could have a trace of snow in grassy areas, dusting. Some of the roadways may have a little slush on them this evening. And then tonight, skies clear. We drop down into the 20s. Tomorrow, 50 degrees with sunny skies for St. Patrick's Day. Another cold front for your weekend. And then a chance of rain and storms come next Wednesday. Back to you guys.